we're going to come in and we're going to take out the tiles. And the tiles can be sometimes a real pain in the you-know-what to get them off. But this one came off fairly easy, but obviously it was the top corner. Now we're going to continue down here. Now, you want to wear safety goggles or some type of glasses to keep from getting the fragments in your eyes. We're going to use something like this to get behind the tiles. But I will tell you this, do not pry like this up against the wall, because this will definitely knock a hole in the sheetrock, so be very careful. We're going to try to get behind it with this to loosen it up a little bit, but we're going to see how it goes. And worst comes to worst, we're going to come in here with a hammer, and we're just going to bang it a lot to try to break the tile joints loose so we could take them off. So, all right, let me get started on this, and once we have this down, we'll see what kind of damage we've done to the sheetrock, and then we'll go from there. One, so as you can see, it is going to do a little bit of damage to the paper, but we'll see how it goes, whether we're going to replace the sheetrock or we're able to use it. Okay. All right, well, as you can see, the tiles didn't come off as easily as we were hoping they would. It did take a lot of the paper off of the sheetrock at the same time. Now, personal preference, I'm going to do it the way I'm going to tell you, but it's personal preference whether you do it this way or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to strike a line across the top right over here all the way to that corner, and I'm going to strike a line from the very bottom all the way to the bottom over here. I'm going to cut this with a utility knife, this section here, and I'm going to remove it and get rid of it. We're going to replace the sheetrock with new sheetrock. The other way you could do it too, if you choose to, is you can come in here with spackle, and you can spackle all of this up to try to save the sheetrock. But it's so labor intensive, it's really not worthwhile. You're better off just cut it out, put a new piece of sheetrock in, spackle it, and it's going to be covered with tiling anyway. So the spackle joints were really not as crucial. So, all right, so let me continue, and once I get this cut out and I get the new piece of sheetrock in there, then we'll come back and we'll start putting the project back together. All right, as you can see, the backsplash came out really well. We changed that one section of sheetrock in here and back behind the refrigerator and on the other side over there as well, which I'll show you in just a minute. But I find it easier to change to sheetrock instead of trying to have all of those holes and pieces of paper and everything else that's missing and get in there and try to spackle it up. Personal preference, that's the way I would rather do it. It's a nice, clean, structure in the back for the tile to stick to. Not that you're going to put tile up and then the tile is going to fall down in a year, 2-3 years down the road. Once the tile is up, you're not going to have an issue. It's actually adhered to a perfect sheetrock behind it. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, so as you can see, change the sheetrock, put the new sheetrock in, cut the outlets around it so it's a perfect fit around there. We butted it up right up against here. Spackling back behind here does not have to be perfect because we are going to put tiles over the top of it, but that gives you an idea right there. We took the tiles off in the back behind there as well. I know it's a little difficult to see, but we took those off as well. And of course, over here we haven't completed our cleanup yet, but that's what it looks like now. So we changed all the sheetrock here and back behind here as well, and we did some spackling. We will sand this a little bit, but that's pretty much about it. All right, so as the videos, as I get to it, I'll post the rest of the videos with the replacement of the cabinets, and then I'll show you the rest of the kitchen as it's being replaced here in the same time. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.